where was it? Here. Cloth. Oh god, it's already starting to be a mess, the tree. But that's why I try and frame everything and give it names beforehand. Let's give this a name, call it wing, no, cloth. Let's also call these wings and not blades. It's a bit nicer. I've been following the chat much. Yes, a lot of Geometry Nodes tutorials are very much outdated because of the redesign. But in terms of general design, not much is going to change from now on, I think. Just going to be added on top. So all the tutorials that are coming out now regarding 3.0 and higher are probably going to be fine and going to be valid for a long time, I think. But yeah, the redesign was very much needed. All of this stuff that I've been doing with fields would have been very much a pain before. Because instead of building actual node trees, we would be building snakes of operations. Okay, and now I can use this very attribute. Actually, maybe I should start making node groups instead of these frames, so I can dedicate outputs more specifically. But maybe, yeah, I'll just keep going and then I'll start doing that as well. But yeah, now I can use this to have very nice parameters, UV parameters along the different dimensions of this cloth, which is going to be very useful. Because then I can do a bunch of vector math and pin the corners into specific points, which is going to be nice. So let's see. Where's the viewer? I need it back. So how's this gonna look? This whole edge is basically going to be attached. Then this corner is going to be attached to the corner here. And this is going to be connected with a string over here. So that string is going to have a corner attached as well. Like here. And then this is going to be basically free floating. Not really. Oh god. I don't know if I want to dive deep into the math for this or just make it look kind of right. I think that's probably what I'm going to go for. And for that I should even... Yeah, I think I'm just going to scale this a little bit too small. And then use the masks, use some masks that I generate from the UVs to pin them to the right positions. And the rest can basically be hanging with gravity and flapping in the wind. Okay. So, set position. There's going to be a bunch of set position nodes, I think. And some vector math. Yes. Scaling with masks. Let's take a look at the UV map. Why doesn't it work? Do I need to... Should work. Ah. Do we need to realize the instances or something? I do. Interesting. I thought this would work even without realizing. Oh, do they just not? No, I'm not sure. I thought this would work. I'm a little bit confused. But it's fine. But maybe I should realize this after, because the rotation... Yeah, I mean, the windmill's gonna spin. Maybe I'll just add this parameter. The spinning's gonna happen here. Yes. So, make a combine XYZ. And then 90 degrees, 90 times pi divided by 180. Yes. It's just because this is in degrees and this is in radians. Calculation is just degrees times pi divided by 180. You can also just use a math node for that if you don't want to keep that in mind. There's 2 degrees and 2 radians, same thing. Well, now that I have it here, maybe I'll just do it like this. Same thing. And then spinning is going to happen here. Spin. Good. Now, back to the mask. Right, so spinning is here, and then realizing the instances is after spinning, because... Yes, just because. The only difference between the different instances of the wings is going to be the gravity direction, basically. Or like the wind displacement, and that's just going to be affecting it after the rotation happens. Good. Back to the cloth. Now I need to make some masks. So, math nodes. Okay, now that I have a good look at this, you can see that right, this is y equals 0, this is x equals 0, this is x and y equals 1, x and y equals 0. So, 1, 1 is going to be pinned to this point. So I need a mask that is 1 at 1, 1, and 0 at 0, 0. And for that, I'm just going to multiply x and y. There we go. Good enough. Then I just add a power node to control the fall off. And then I use this to scale the effect of this node. Oh, right. That's not how it works. Wait. I need to... Yeah, I should probably just use the offset and then use the position input. Because right now I just put all the points into the origin. I just set the position of them all to be 0, and that's not what I need to do. I need them to be at the position by default. So I'm just going to use an offset. And that offset is going to be the difference between the position and the point where I want to set them to, scaled by the mask. Yeah. And now I can just pin this one point here somewhere, and that somewhere is going to be right there. But this is not the most convenient way of looking at it, so instead let's look at this. I'm a little bit confused as to why 0, 0, 0 is here. Oh. Right. Wrong direction. And now it kind of looks like a piece of cloth, right? That's pinned somewhere. You can even change how much pressure is applied. Okay. Yeah, I'll just eyeball where this is going, I think. It's gonna be fine. No. Wait, how are you going to be doing gravity and wind with nodes? I'm gonna cheat it. It's gonna be all fake. There's no such thing as simulation nodes in Blender yet. But I'm just going to create a bunch of masks like the one that I was using here. And then I'm going to use those masks to make it flop around with some noise animation and like sag down. Last time I was on the 3.0 beta version. Today I'm on alpha. I think I'll stick to alpha throughout the month because there might be some changes in geometry nodes that I want to take advantage of. But up until what I've been doing here, the beta version of 3.0 should be totally fine as well. Okay. Yeah, I think the questions can't be way too long and in detail here. I gotta keep going with my stuff. Yeah, in Blender.chat there's an everything nodes channel where you can ask people anything about nodes, and there's a bunch of people in there that are glad to help out, as far as I know. Okay. What was I doing? Right, I pinned one of the edges, one of the corners, and now let's pin another one. So same thing, but now it's a different corner. So instead of just multiplying x and y, I'm going to invert one of them by subtracting it from 1. And that one is, do I remember? This was the y axis, so I'm inverting the y axis. Like this. And then I do the same thing. I multiply x and the inverted y. I power it up and then